Okay, let's begin. Hello everyone, and welcome to join the Colorlight online training course. Last time, we learned about iSet software basics. You could find the video on YouTube by searching Colorlight tag. Searching Colorlight tag on YouTube, you will find the video. And we will also upload the following training course shortly. Today, we will focus on the Colorlight Cloud solution. Okay, let me introduce myself. This is Entity from Colorlight, and it is my pleasure here today to give the presentation. If there is anything that I could help, please email to entity@lednets.com or send me a message directly. Today, I will give a general introduction of the C-Series player together with the Colorlight Cloud. C player is the hardware, the controller, and the cloud is the platform. This course will help to clarify which device to use or how to control the LED video wall wirelessly and remotely over Colorlight Cloud. During the training, please mute the microphone and feel free to ask any questions in the chat window. You could find it here and then just type message here. Our engineers and sales will reply to you, and we will also leave time for the Q&A sessions. Okay, let's begin. Here we could see how the system works. From the cloud, sending the command into the C player, the C4, C6, or C2. And the C player box would control the LED screen or the LCD screens. No matter it is a small screen or the big screen, we could provide the best solutions for you. So, which one should I choose? It depends on the type of the screen and the size of the screen. For example, if it is LCD, then we recommend the C2. And if it is a small LED screen, then we recommend the C4. The C4 got the 650,000 pixels loading capacity. And if it is a big screen, then we could use a C6 or C7. The C6 can do 1.3 million pixels, and the C7, it can do 2.3 million pixels. You can choose them accordingly. This chart for your reference. Again, the C2 for the LCD, and C4, C6, C7 for the LED. One thing to mention about is that C4, C6, and C7, they can raise to 4096 in the horizontal pixels, and they can also raise to 1536 in the vertical pixels. Okay. Now let's look at the detail on the C6. On the front panel, there is an indicator to tell whether it is now synchronous or asynchronous. And you can switch the working mode by pressing the input switch button. Let's go and look at the back side. There are three interfaces for the Wi-Fi, 4G, and the GPS antenna. And there are two connectors for the external sensor, such as brightness sensor, temperature, and humidity sensor. These two ports are connected to the LED screen. Here, I leave two questions for you. First one, what the HDMI input can do. The second one, what the HDMI output can do. The audio editor is connected to the speaker directly with a 3.5mm audio cable. The LAN cable here is connected to the router for the internet access. About the USB, we could use the USB flash drive to achieve some certain functions like upgrading the C player or factory reset the C player. Another special function is plug and play. You just need to copy the pictures or videos that you want to play into the USB flash drive and then plug the USB into the C player box. Then it will start playing automatically. And also, it will automatically fit into the full size. So you don't need to change the resolution again. You just copy the contents into the USB and plug into the C player. It can also be set as copy and play. That means even if you remove the USB flash drive from the C player, it will not stop playing because the contents has been copied into the C player. The last one, the configure port. This is to connect the USB cable to the computer to finish the configuration of the LED screen. Okay, now let's go back to the two questions. First one, what the HDMI input can do. The HDMI input makes the 6-player box become a dual mode controller. It can accept the signal from the computer. Here you can see from the PC, give the signal into the HDMI input on C7. So you will see the same picture on the PC monitor and on the LED screen. The C7 itself can also give the signal directly into the LED screen with LAN cable. So the C7 can work as a sync mode controller and a synchronous controller. The second question, what the HDMI output can do. Just simply look at the picture. There are 4 mirror screens and there are 4 units C7. Now, 4 screens are showing one whole picture together. And we can change it into the next one. The 4 pieces C7 can show the same one picture at the same time. Okay, let's see the difference again. The first one whole picture. The second one, 4 same pictures on the screens. So the HDMI output is designed to loop for cascading. Above is the introduction of the hardware, the C player. Now I will introduce the Colorlight Cloud platform. For the cloud itself, it is now free for every customer to use, and it will be always free. That's the promise that we make for the customer. Now you don't need to pay for the Colorlight Cloud platform, and you will never need to pay for the Colorlight Cloud. Well, we provide the unlimited cloud storage, so you could upload the pictures or videos as you need. About the features, it does not need a PC to get the signal, so this way saves you a lot of money too. At the same time, the C player could support remote and wireless control. At the same time, it provides the perfect performance. About the security, we provide the multi-role management for every customer. For example, you got 100 customers, and you need to set different rules for them. Our Colorlight Cloud platform can do that. About the sync playing, I will give a video to tell you what this is designed for later. We do have concerns about the security on the cloud platform, so we build HTTPS and AES to make sure that data transferring is safe. We also build WAF to block the attack from internet. For every Colorlight overseas cloud, they are based on the AWS from Amazon, the reliable cloud storage. All of these things makes Colorlight Cloud a reliable platform. We now have the cloud platform ready. Let's see how to use it. The question is, how many ways we have now to control the LED screen? Solution 1, by light vision on computer. This way you could configure the LED screen and send playlists, then send the schedule into the player. Solution 2, by player master. This is specially designed for the C player. It provides online and offline mode. It will be coming soon to replace the light vision. And when you have access to it, you will know that it's kind of user-friendly, very easy to use. And the last one, the server on cloud. Based on the web page, it is available on every device with Google Chrome browser installed. So no matter whether you are using the Mac, the Windows, the cell phone, the iPad, as long as you have the Google Chrome browser installed on the device, you will have access to the internet, and then you will have access to the Colorlight Cloud platform. We now have the hardware and the platform ready. The last question is how to connect a C-Series cloud player into internet. With the internet access, then we could do the wireless and the remote control. Here we provide 3 different ways. The Wi-Fi and LAN. Connect to the router to have the internet access. Some people may ask, what if I do not have access to the Wi-Fi or the router with LAN cable? Here we provide the 4G. And the 4G module is an integrated module. The GPS function has already been made into the 4G module too. And in the US market, we provide the CM25-2A. for the AT&T and the T-Mobile. At the same time, we provide the 725-2V for the Verizon. So no matter where you are, we could provide the 4G module to let you have the internet access simply with the same card installed into the C player. And then your C player will have access to the internet independently, just like your cell phone. Everything is ready now, and let's see what we can do on the cloud server. We will go to a demo now, and before we do that, I need to tell you how to resize the window. Here, you click on it first, and then drag here to change the camera window size. Okay, before we go to the demo, let me introduce features on the Colorlight Cloud. The terminal, schedule, media, and playlist. They are designed for playing. And the impressions, monitor and map, log, account management, they are designed for the security of the cloud. Okay, now let's go to the demo. The first thing is to input the URL to have the web link, and then input the username and password. Okay, here we log on to the cloud. Here we will have a shortcut to see what is displayed on the air screen, and if you compare the window and the camera window, you will find they are showing actually the same thing. Okay, let's go to the detail and see what we could get. Here we could rename the terminal so that you will not mix up with any other terminal. And we could also see the firmware version and the mode of the C player here. This is C4 with the latest firmware. And you could see which playlist it is now playing. Then set the time for the terminal and see how long it has been working. Another special function on this is auto adjust brightness. Now please focus on the LED screen and I will show you the difference. It is now with kind of the low brightness, and now I just open my cell phone and enable the flashlight and get to the light sensor. Focus on the LED screen, please. You will see that the LED screen becoming brighter because now I gave the flashlight into it. And when I remove the cell phone, you will see that it's becoming darker again. And here we could change the minimum brightness or the maximum brightness just to fit in with the real situation. Every time you make the operation, there will be a hint to tell you that it has been successfully done. Okay, let's go back. The first one, terminal. Each C player is a terminal. And you can build the terminal groups to manage all the terminals. If you got 100 customers, then you could build 100 terminal groups. Here I will show you. Click here and then add terminal group. Give the name training. Now is for the US and Canada. And then confirm. You will see it here. So for every customer, you can build a separate individual terminal groups for him. Okay, let's now see how to publish a playlist into the safe player. First, go to the media. Here you could see we have created different folders for different contents. For example, the first one is the HD pictures, the second one is the video, and if we like, we could add one more. This is training 2020, and then create it. You will see it here. So now we go and upload the picture. We can choose to upload the picture or video directly, or we could choose to upload the folder directly. Here I will choose to upload the pictures. Choose one picture and just open. Okay, it is now finished. Every operation you done with the Colorlight Cloud, you will get a hint to tell you that it has been successfully done. And now we got the pictures that we just uploaded. And if we want, we could share it to the second class accounts. So you don't need to upload the same pictures over and over again. And again, I have to tell you that the storage for the Colorlight Cloud is unlimited. Now we got the pictures that we want to use, and then we will go and create a playlist. Here we could change the playlist name, change the window size, and then go and add a files window. Then add the material that we just uploaded. Add this one and convert. If we want, we could add one more window as we need. Here we add the single line text and change the content. Colorlight Cloud solution. And then just to drag to change the size. And add effect to let it go left. And we could have a preview here. So what you see here will be displayed into the LED screens. Just go back, and we could choose to publish directly or save it, or only to save the playlist, or save it as a template so as to use the next time, no need to remake a new one. Here we will just save it. And then go to the playlist. It depends on the speed of internet access, so it may take a few seconds. Okay, here we got it. We could choose, and then if we like, we could rearrange the playlist. For example, you got the previous playlist, and today you want to add some pictures or videos into it, then you could re-add it again. Here, just to publish it. If we need, we could publish to all the terminals group at the same time, and you will see the hint here. Inside one terminal group, we could choose to publish to all the terminals or only to one terminal, and then just confirm. Okay, you will see from the cloud. Let's go back to the detail of the C player box. You will have the preview to tell you that the contents have been changed. And if you see it from the camera window, you will see it. This is how to publish content into the C player. And another special function is about the schedule. There are two different schedules that we could use. The first one is a playlist. Just click here to add and then choose the playlist. Okay, let me refresh the page. Click here to add the playlist. Sorry, the internet access is not so stable. So with the playlist schedule, we can make the playlist in advance. So you don't need to make the playlist every time when you think about it. You can make everything ready before that day is coming. For example, for Christmas, we can build the playlist A. And then for the New Year, we can build the playlist B. And let it play from the day begins. Another special function is a command schedule. Here you can see I've already added a lot of brightness control to let it change brightness from the morning to the noon. In the morning, 5 a.m., change the brightness into 30 and then add the brightness gradually. Or we could use it to, for example, at 6 a.m. in the morning, let the terminal wake up to work. Just confirm. And then add one more, sleep. Let the terminal go to sleep at 11 p.m. and then confirm. Then just apply to the terminal and it will start working when the time is coming. So these features are built for playing the contents and make the arrangement of the content. If we will need to wake up the terminal, we could also choose to click here. Okay, now you can see that the terminal is go back to work again because the schedule is into working. Here we don't let it, so I will just delete it. Apply. Okay. These features are built for the security of the cloud platform. The first one is a monitor. We could have the information about the bit error rates. And if the terminal is offline, and if we add the email address in advance, then we have the email notification to know that the C terminal is offline. And then we could go and check. So The bit error rate is designed to tell you whether the terminal is online or offline. And another thing, brightness curve. Here, I have already added a brightness sensor into the safe player. So it can show on different time of the day, different way, what's the difference of the brightness on the LED screen. It will give you very detailed information on it. And another thing that I want to mention about is cabinet temperature and humidity. This one requires the special design on the PCB board of the module. So if you really need this function, you need to talk to the manufacturer first. And here we provide the platform to naturally get all of this information. At the same time, we provide the temperature, smoke, humidity, and the relay status of the LED screens. Here it is a map. Because Google service is not available in China, so we cannot say it. But if it is in the US, you could add the location of each terminal, and then you could see all the terminals on the map. The log. This is to tell you who the user at what time with which IP address PC did what kind of operation to which terminal. So you will get every information about the C player and the operations information. The impressions. This one is designed to tell you how many times each pictures or videos has been played. We could choose to download the Excel report, and we can change the time as we need. For example, from the first day of April to the last day of April, and then download the Excel report, we will get the information. Based on that, you could charge the customer because the advertisement will be played and you have the report to tell them that it has been played. Here I will show you the Excel report. This is the terminal name and the type of the content. It is picture or video. And here you could see the duration of the time each picture has been played. So here you will get the very detailed information about the playing. Okay, let's go back to the PowerPoint. Oh, sorry. We need to go back to the cloud platform. And the last one is account management. For different customers, we could choose to set different rules for them. For example, the administrator has all the permissions to do all the operations. And the playlist editor, he is only be able to edit the playlist and then send to auditor to let him check. If the auditor approved of it, then he could publish it into the terminal. And the monitor and the invitee could only see the information, but they cannot do the operation. The difference between the monitor and the invitee is that the invitee could add the terminal into the cloud, but he cannot do any other operations. For the customer who wants to build their own accounts, he could set to sign up the user's name for his customer. For example, we gave it a demo training. and input the email address, enter the password, choose a rule, and then set the terminals group for him, and then just confirm. Then he will get his own account. So when we got the first class account, we can sign up for the second, the third class account by ourselves. We don't need to do it. Okay, that's a demo about the Colorlight platform. And now let's go back to the PowerPoint. I will give you some cases that we have been built. The first one is what we have done for the shopping mall. Totally 34 unit screens located in different floors of this shopping mall with different size and different resolution, and some for the shoes, some for the clothes store, and some for the makeup stores. And the control are all finished by the Colorlight Cloud. And here I will give a video to tell you what the sync playing means. You could see multiple screens and they are playing the same contents at the same time. You see no difference on them. This is what we call the sync playing. The second one is the project that we have done for the government. Okay, just look at it again. The second one is what we have done for government. Okay. So above are the introduction about the C player and the Colorlight Cloud platform, and now it's time for the Q&A. You could send your questions in the chat window or raise your hand so that I can know you have questions to ask. Now please go ahead.